So what had happened with this yoga studio is the orgies that this woman was throwing had seeped into the environment. And then what else had happened is a bunch of spirits that were stuck on sex pictures that had not completed some energy around sex when they were alive. They were kind of just obsessed. They were obsessed with it. Had claimed this space for themselves and were continuing the whole orgy thing. Now, I know you're probably like, Kavenna, how do spirits have sex? They don't have bodies. And the answer is, I don't know. I have no idea, but I saw it and she saw it. And the Tibetans in the Tibetan Book of the Dead have the closest thing I've ever seen. This helps so much with the haunted houses. They talk about different dimensions and different ways that spirits get stuck as they're trying to ascend to a higher level. And one of the ways they talk about is sex, is they can get stuck in a sex realm. So in our psychic clairvoyant language, we would call it stuck on a picture. So they're stuck on some sexual energy that they haven't gotten through. They're obsessed with it. And so they keep replaying that until they finally let that go and then can hopefully get to a different place. So that's what was happening in this location. And there were so many of these spirits, so many. It was just really like a whole thing. So there's a couple things that can happen, different spaces when you're doing a house clearing or space clearing. And one of them is a dimensional overlay. So on one level, it just looks like a yoga studio. On another level, it looks like a yoga studio that's having an orgy. So what I do in a case like that, and it's always a case by case basis, but what I did in that case is I took that dimensional overlay and I moved it out to the beach. And then the whole space calmed down. And both Olivia and I were like, whew, that feels better. Like the icky, sexual, gooey, kind of slimy. You just felt like people were like trying to touch you. It was gross. So that all left. And then it felt, oh, this feels like a normal space again. And then out of the wall, basically this door opens and these two little hippie sex spirits like come in and they look totally shocked. Wait a minute, where did our place go? And we're like out to the beach. And so we move them over there and then we put up little signs, all over energetic signs saying, if you're looking for the sex orgy, just go out to the dimensional. And we created a little path so any other spirit that was trying to get there could get there. And then we just cleaned the space. So that was one of the most interesting clearings that I ever did. It was just absolutely phenomenal.